from KUVO's Masterpiece Studio, right here in Denver, Colorado. To you, it's Electric Giz. Gisbert and Mickey Lenny from Electric Giz. Welcome to KUVO.
Thank you, Steve. It's good to be here.
Great set. So excited about this new development. What is it called? An immersive journey through genres. So, you know, jazz either has rules and walls or it's a wide open territory. And I like that you're taking the second course. It's wide open for you. You don't seem boxed in at all.
Well, I'll tell you, the idea for the band, it has a genesis that goes as far back as 2019, the summer of 2019, because Maria Schneider called me and told me she wanted me to play an electronics effects solo on her Data Lords CD. And I told her, I don't do that. You have people in the band that know how to do that. You know, it'd save you a lot of time. And I just said, that's not my, I love it, but it's not my thing. And then she said, do you know somebody you could take some lessons from? So I called my co-leader here, and we sent Maria Schneider some samples of some sounds that Mickey came up with. And she liked them, and she flew him out to New York to program all the effects for my solo on her CD. He got credit on the album. And then we had an art showing at the Understudy Gallery with Andy Linderkamp, who's a great artist with all kinds of mediums. And some of his alien puppets that he made, they've used in movies still to this day. But we had an exhibit called Subterranean, and Michael, Mickey, Lenny, and myself and Andy, we all we came up with music, the prehistoric music, modern music, and futuristic music. So we played on animal horns. I played this, and Mickey played that. So fast forward, Mickey had the idea. He said, I want to create a band, maybe call it Electric Giz. And I said, I don't know how to do any of that. He said, don't worry about it. Just show up. I'll do everything. And he has done everything. It's just amazing dedication that you have, brother.
Well, hand Mickey the mic, because in our preparation, I heard you say that Greg Gisbert was one of your teachers at CCJA.
Yeah, so I met him when I was in middle school, and one of the first songs I ever wrote was for a CCJA recording project, Hang Time, probably a dozen years ago or so now. And I wrote this tune, Quirkitude, and I remember at that session, Giz was telling me, like, I want to record that tune, I want to play that tune. Man, you're a writer. And I went, oh, I'm a writer? So, of course, I didn't write a tune for like 2 years after that because I was too scared. And then slowly but surely, with the help of him, mentors like Art Landy and John DeVersa, inspiration from Maria, I just, it became necessary for us to at least try this out.
But tell us about this instrument. We're not all familiar with the electric wind instrument. What's it called?
Yeah, electric wind instrument.
Wait,
or
you
EWI.
call it EWI.
Yeah, it's an abbreviation, though, for electric wind instrument.
Is it a saxophone? How's it set up?
Yeah, so it's somewhere between a saxophone and a keyboard. Pretty much you can control any type of synthesizer, any type of electronic sound on it. And it really gave me so much freedom as far as expressing myself. It's one of those limitless instruments that almost was a gateway drug to me becoming a producer and becoming a keyboard player and all this other stuff.
And I see it's modified. We'll ask about the googly eyes later. Greg, the music in this session here at KUVO's Masterpiece Studio, I got to say, I'm trying to come up with a metaphor in my head, and all I could come up with was, well, a Ferrari, wait, that's only got 2 seats. How about a high-performance fire truck? That's what it sounds like to me. Everybody's on board. Everybody's got a job. I don't know if you're driving, if you're on the ladder in the back, but everybody is just going all out, and you've given them that freedom.
Well, I love that metaphor, Steve. And truthfully, everybody in the band I got to know through either Colorado Conservatory for the Jazz Arts, which is CCJA for short. that's where we met, as he mentioned, and I met Sonya through the Colorado Conservatory for the Jazz Arts. I met Connor and Domi through University of Northern Colorado, and I met Jaik at Cal State Chico. But all of it has to do with teaching and mentoring. I like that word better, but mentoring. And I have a great hero who is left this plane about 10 years ago or so, but James Moody, who is a dear friend and a great artist and musician. And he told me, he said, you need to know who came before you and what the music is and was before you started playing it. So you have a reference point for aesthetic value, for historical value, integrity, creativity, fundamentals and foundation. But he said, but if you want to know where it's going, play with young people much younger than you. And so I'm actually learning from them in this environment. I'm the rookie here.
Well, they've taken your name and they're going to ride it because the where you take us, I think we're willing to go. You've got gigs coming up as you're pulling together. You said more music. You're practicing. You're finding new ways to express. You've got all these instruments at your disposal, and I just want to see where Electric is going to go.
Yeah, we also want to see that. We're definitely still trying things out. We have a few trumpet players in this band. You'll have to come to Dazzle or another future show to check that out. We're there on December 6th. We'll be playing some of this music. We'll be playing a bunch of other music. And yeah, we try not to stick to any rules or boundaries to hold us in.
I can hear it. And congratulations. Thank you for a great set.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us here at KUVO.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, KUVO. And we want to also thank all the band members. Besides Mickey, Lenny, and myself, we have Jaik Hakkarinen on drums, Domi Edson on bass, Connor Terrones on guitar, and Sonya Walker on everything, keyboards, piano, everything, composition. So without them, none of us would be here. This is a cool thing. I hope we're doing this for at least 30, 40 more years.